Hey, how's it going everybody? Famous YouTube celebrity Turpentinee, and we're going to tackle mission 2. Black hole is closing in. Can I hold the bridge?
Lord Flack, the original Orange Star forces have sighted on the opposite shore.
What? Is that all they got? Ha! Send out the tanks. Tanks are powerful, and they move far. Tanks are the best. Orange Star CEOs, ha! I will crush them. Crush them all. Oi, oi, oi. Border Skirmish. It's tutorial mission number 2 of 3, I think. Commander, enemy troops have been spotted on the far side of the river. Are you sure? Here, in the rural area? What are your orders, ma'am? Should we cease ops and attack? That's affirmative, soldier. We can't allow the enemy foothold this deep in Orange Star territory. Good assessment, Sammy. That's the tactical sense I expected from a Special Forces commander. Nell, what are you doing here? Tracking down the CO who's invading Orange Star, of course. Sammy, can I trust you to take care of this situation? Yes, ma'am. But if you have some advice you could offer, I'd feel much more confident. I'd be happy to, Sammy. Okay, troops, let's move out.
Lord Flack, our infantry has reported finding Orange Star properties.
What? Enemy cities. Capturing bases is grunt work, but I was told we need cash to fund the invasion. Listen up, if it ain't nailed down, steal it. Now, cities, bases or whatever, they all got capture numbers of 20. Any infantry with a HP of 10 can reduce the capture number by 10. So that means you can secure a property in 2 days. If you move or get taken out while capturing, you gotta start over again. You got it? Then get moving. Black hole needs cash. Day 1.
Sammy,
You know the basics of troop deployment, so please, look at the cursor intel window below. There are some stars below the HQ icon, right? Those illustrate the level of defensive cover offered by this terrain. The higher the defensive cover, the less damage you take in combat. So try choosing a terrain that allows you to mitigate battle damage. If you need terrain intel, just press the R button. So that means that it's better to engage these tanks from the woods, rather than on the plains or the roads, right? You've got it. Go get 'em, Sammy. And anytime I select a new unit, they will give me new intel. That's a mech unit. Mech units are stronger than infantry units. As foot soldiers, they can capture or use transporters and cross mountains. And as it says under the CO on the map menu, you're tops with the infantry. Infantry under your command have superior firepower. This allows them to hold their own against even tank units. Be careful not to let the enemy fire on you first, though. So mechs just have rocket launchers, essentially, and they just fucking wreck tanks. Whoa, fucking boom! Look at that shit, dude. And then infantry, you see the percentile of damage that you'll do, and it does 6% from a normal infantry and like 70% from a mech unit, so... I'm always amazed at your ability to capture properties, Sammy. That extra speed is useful CO power to have in combat. Thanks, man. Being good at capturing and troops, blah blah, what the fuck. But I'm not very confident attacking with non-infantry units. I guess that's something I'll have to work on. Yes, that is important. However, it's vital that you utilize your unique talents and develop your own fighting style too. My own fighting style? You're right, I'll do my best, ma'am. That's the spirit, I'm counting on you. Let's get back to my explanation, bitch. I'd like to discuss that city you've started capturing. Unless the enemy HQ, capturing this property won't win you the battle. However, all bases are vital to the success of any campaign. Can you tell me why? Because they provide defensive cover as well as funds, right? Absolutely correct. Nicely done, Sammy. Your army receives funding daily from all the— what the fuck is with this glitching shit that's going on? From all allied properties. If you have development properties, use your funds to ready new troops. As you have no development properties, your funds will only go toward repairing your units. Still, having lots of properties is never a bad thing, so capture as many as you can. Just as they're talking, they're just getting real glitchy. I don't know what's up with that. Maybe I should have moved him up on the road. Units are like tanks that move on the road. I think everyone gets extra movement on the road, it's just the road has no defense. The unit you've selected is an artillery unit. It's an indirect combat unit that can fire on enemies from a distance. Attacking from a distance means you have no fear of counter-strikes. However, indirect combat units cannot fire on adjacent units. That means that indirect combat units cannot counter-attack. Okay, I'll try not to expose them to direct fire. If you're able to do that, I'm sure they'll treat you right. One more thing, indirect combat units cannot fire after moving. They can only attack from their current locations. Understood. I'll use these units to lie in wait and ambush the foe. Perfect. Now do you remember how to check a unit's range of fire? Place the cursor on a unit and press the B button. See the lights? Artillery units have a range of fire of 2 to 3 spaces, so they can't fire right next to them. You can confirm this intel by selecting the unit and pressing the R button. So if I hold down R, you can see this just means this guy can attack anywhere here, because this is where he can move, like to here, and then he'll shoot here. So we'll just move the artillery up. And then I guess we'll also move the APC up, because there wasn't any point loading anyone up that turn. And we'll just end. What's Flak gonna do? Eh? You're 2 women COs. Good country, I must have it. He's gonna try and capture our shit. I guess he will capture our shit. Funds don't actually have much of a meaning in this mission, just because you can't actually build anything. Ouch, that unit's been hurt. I need some place to rest it. Don't panic, Sammy. There's a way to help that unit out. Units that have taken damage can rest on an allied property. While they're resting, they recover 2 HP at the start of every turn. Plus, resting units also replenish all of their fuel and ammo. Bases also have the advantage of high terrain cover. Spectacular. You're right. However, enemies receive the same benefits from their bases, so capturing properties is vital in any successful combat plan. Understood. Capturing is something I excel at. So, if you didn't pick that up before, it's our turn now. Move any damaged units onto a secure property and rest them. Be sure to continue capturing any bases that are not yet secure. Now, maybe this is something you've been wondering about. There are some numbers displayed next to your picture, right? Those numbers are your current funds. You have 6,000 G. Funds are used to deploy new troops, but don't worry about that now. Depending on the unit's cost, some funds may be needed for repairs. That's it for my lessons today. Can I leave the rest up to you? Yes, ma'am. I feel confident of victory. So I think I'm going to move... I can't do that anyway. I'm going to move this guy up to... Well, actually, first I'm going to look how far these tanks can go. That guy can't quite reach the city, and that guy can't reach the city. So I'm going to move this guy to the city. This guy is going to go down here just to act as like a wall. He will back up the tank, so then he can shoot anyone that gets to the bridge. He'll get closer to the bridge, so next turn he'll be able to attack anyone that's on the bridge, and you will capture. So Sammy's ability, she's very good with infantry units. That's her speciality. The first guy that we had was really good with tank units, and he, everyone, you'll see later, you end up getting something called CO powers or superpowers or some shit. And now I fire on this guy, and I'll go unretaliated because it's artillery. Boom, boom, boom. Get wrecked, scrub. And then I'll move up my tank because it's going to be inevitable. Or should I? No, we'll take it out. I was thinking maybe I'd leave it on the city so then you'd have some defense, but they only have 1 defense anyhow, and tanks can't move in the river. Can this guy shoot anyone that's in the river? He cannot, so I'll move this guy up. And then I'll also move this infantry to here, and this guy can go here so he can block the tank. And then I'll end my turn. The first guy that we played, Andy, his superpower is something along the lines of when he gets it, he can heal up all his units, all these tank units by 5 health or something. It's fucking absurd. And then I can't actually remember what this woman does. I think she might capture shit in 1 day or something. I'll have to actually check on that, but I'm not entirely sure. So my plan worked almost, or actually exactly as I had planned. Can my artillery hit him from here? No, he cannot. I'll move him up to the city. My mech unit can go up and deal a bit of damage to this tank. And then maybe my mech will end up dying next turn, but there's not much I can do about that. My infantry are just slightly better than her infantry anyway, so having no defense doesn't actually matter too much in this particular situation. And then it's kind of shitty, my tank can't actually do anything this turn, because I didn't plan ahead, because I'm an idiot. I thought that these missions were easy, but I shouldn't have fucked around with them. And even then, the tank nearly gets wrecked. Excuse me? Why didn't you attack my ship? I'd say that that's fairly questionable. Yeah, I may as well attack this guy. Finish him off. There's 20%, and the bars there, they obviously correspond to percentages. And it was on the lower end. It was like it was about to reach 2 full bars. It was in 2, but it hadn't reached it. Is what I'm getting at. I'll fire upon this guy. He's going to take 87% damage. Pretty brutal way to die, getting blown up by artillery. Move this guy up to the plains, and then we're basically just going to chase down this APC, because it's all we can really do from here. And that's just going to draw out the mission pretty much, because the APC can't do anything. He's just going to move it around in the hopes of, I don't know, just drawing out the mission, not giving me an S rank, man. What a scumbag. Alright. Let's move this tank up here. We're going to push some damage on this guy. Well, we can kill him in 2 turns unless he moves on to his base, which he probably will, so we might end up taking 3 turns. This guy does shit all damage, even though Sammy is a specialist with infantry. And defense is really OP in this game. Attack damage isn't as important as you may think. Like, a lot of COs get bonuses. I think Sammy has a bonus on infantry just by default. No, he didn't even move, so we're just going to take him out. A lot of people, there's this dude called Kambe. It's really OP, but we'll see him a bit later. And there's like a tier ranking system. Oh, Inger, not bad for a girl. You're the black hole CO. You're just a thug. Who do you think? Yap, shut your trap. I'm leaving for now. Next time I'll put you in your place. Oi, oi, oi. Hey! He escaped. He was so rude too. Oh, that makes me so angry. If you get the chance, I'm gonna run him down. I'm glad we can depend on you, Sammy. I'll talk about tier ranking. It's basically like a community-made tier ranking, so it's nothing too nice. An S rank again. Nothing too... well, it could be comprehensive. I'm not saying that anything made by the community isn't comprehensive. That big thug, he won't get away next time. Believe you me, he will. So that's mission 2. Tutorial mission 2. Very easy mission. And then the next mission is with Max. The 3rd CO from Orange Star. This is how the game kind of pans out usually. They'll show the 3 first people, and then the next few missions will be them kind of alternating, or you even get to choose in some cases. So that's enough for this episode, I think, and I'll catch you next time.